In today's video, we're gonna speak about one of the worst nightmares for the US government. This is deflation. And AI, yes, is the biggest technology we ever had, but in a world where debt keeps increasing over GDP, is actually a nightmare for most governments. In today's video, I'm gonna speak why this massive debt that USA has, AI makes it far worse. Let's go into it. Okay, so when you look at the US government debt, currently it's around more than 34, actually around 38, 39 trillion. So the USA debt is bigger than the GDP, the gross product. And this is terrible. It will be very, very difficult to pay, especially with AI, which is a deflationary technology. It means the supply of services will be unlimited. So the prices of things will become cheaper and cheaper, will trend to zero. So for a world where the debt is so big, it will be very, very difficult for them to get away. What we'll do, they will keep printing more and more money, keep devaluing the currency, and things like Bitcoin and gold will keep increasing against dollars or euros or any other currency, because there is no other way for the governments to escape this. There is no value behind any currency. It's not backed by anything. Bitcoin is backed by energy. There is the difficulty adjustment. So in my opinion, Bitcoin will keep increasing year after year, and AI, it will actually be a big catalyst. So this is just not a number, it's a massive liability that needs to be serviced and eventually repaid or roll over. Historically, a key way governments manage such debt is through financial repression, often facilitated by inflation. Inflation erodes the real value of the debt, making easier to pay back with cheaper dollars. So inflation is really good for governments, makes it easier to pay over years, but now with AI, where the price is trending of things is trending to zero, it will be basically impossible for the US government to pay the 38, 39 trillion debt unless they maybe start rotating to Bitcoin. But in general, most countries don't have any way to repay the debt. So AI is a powerful, persistent, and structural deflationary force. It drives down the cost of production, labor, and capital across nearly every sector. So this isn't cyclic deflation, is a potential technological deflation, a fundamental shift in the economic landscape. So this is actually the terminal I created. The AI also pulls data from lots of websites. It's being trained to be a financial specialist. And as you can see, deflation increases real debt burden. If AI successful drives down prices, the real value of, in this case, 39 trillion debt will skyrocket. The government would need to collect more valuable tax dollars to pay back increasingly valuable debt. So it's unsustainable. Also, it's the central bank impossible task. The Fed mandate includes price stability, which effectively means fighting deflation. But if AI is a structural deflationary force, the Fed will be fighting a losing battle with traditional tools. They can cut rates to zero. They can print more money. They will keep devaluing the currencies. They can try to yield curve control, but there is no there is no other chance. So Bitcoin, in my opinion, will be, if it's not the way for the governments, it will be the way for people. So it's uncensorable. No one can take it away from you. In an era of aggressive financial repression, Bitcoin offers an asset that exists outside of the traditional banking system. It cannot be easily frozen, confiscated, controlled. It's scarce. This is actually a very important point for Bitcoin. While they will have to print more money to keep paying their debt, they can't print more Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a fixed supply. Also, the monetary policy is transparent, predictable, and immutable. You can't change anything. It will be a global neutral reserve asset. I think it will be bigger than gold, in my opinion, especially with everything going digital. So yeah, with the AI deflationary structural shift we are having, Bitcoin and crypto in general, not only Bitcoin, there are other few assets I think are going to do very well, like Taobi Tensor, Hyperliquid, Solana, Ethereum, Zcash. You're going to have a few that will do very, very well, especially the ones that have fixed supply. Now, let's look into the chart of Bitcoin today. As you can see, Bitcoin is at 73. This is a level where I expect Bitcoin to have some kind of correction. I still think we can go to 85 to 90K, but if there is a small correction, this would be the level here. So we have this supply zone here. As you can see, momentum indicator and pro also momentum here are at exhaustion, as you can see here. So if there is a level, we have the supply zone, momentum, both ones are actually quite overvalued. So we could have a small dip. Also, if you look here, this is on my terminal. As you can see, the biggest orders for Bitcoin is between 73 and 70K. So you have big orders. So below 70K, yes, Bitcoin could come down again to 67, 66. And if you look at the supply side of it, the biggest orders are between 75 and 77. So if we cross 75, we probably go to 80s. So these are the two levels I'm looking at. If we look at Tau B Tensor, which is my biggest conviction, also I think this is a good level for a correction. It did like 70% in a week or so, but momentum is at the highs, as you can see here. Let's actually take this. Momentum is at the highs. We have this big resistance zone for Tau. So if there is a level where I expect Tau to have some correction, it would be now. If we start closing above 300, 340, then we're going to have a move towards 500 again. There is not much after much resistance after 330. So this is a very, very important level for Tau B Tensor. I think honestly here, looking at momentum, I think there is a good level for a correction. Hyperliquid also getting to the place where I think we're going to have a correction. We have this level here, previous resistance, but was already mitigated. So the level I'm actually looking at for hype is between 46 and 50. I think here we're going to have a correction. Also momentum, as you can see, is at exhaustion levels. The last time that was around this level, we had basically bearish divergence, and then we had a massive move down. So as you can see, I think we're going to have a correction for most altcoins, if not really, really good, because I have a lot of Tau and also hype. Now let's look at Solana too. Similar, very similar chart to actually Bitcoin. Very, very similar. So you have this supply zone here. If you look at the chart of Bitcoin, it's basically the same. So Solana also momentum getting to the highs. As you can see, the last time that we were this high, Solana had a big drop. So yeah, if we start closing above 106, this is going to run again to 130, even 150 could happen. But I would actually expect a move down now and continuation higher. I think crypto is going to do well. I'm not so sure if Bitcoin bottom is in. If we start closing above 100, 100% is in. But we could even go to 85, 90K and go back down. This could be a bear market move. So as you can see here, this is actually important. If we look at the 12 and 21, also last cycle in 2022, we had this move above the 12 and 21, but we never had actually a breakout of the 12 and 21. We came here to the supply zone and then returned down. We could do the same thing, close above the 20 and 12 EMAs, going to 98, even 100K, and go back again. If we start closing above 100K, for me, we have this breakout structure, and after here, we should probably go to all-time highs again. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much.